Hello, everybody. It's Indie Music Live, episode 84 this week. We have a jam-packed show, and Dave is in a new cave. It's Caveman Dave. What's up, dude?
Wow, man, that's genius, dude. How do you come up with that? Like right on the fly. Where does that come from? Yeah, new background, you know. I don't know how it looks. It looks like a little bright, like I'm on cloud 9 or something. I don't know.
So you announced, you announced last week that you're moving, and there it is. You're moved. So it's in the same place, less a gym below you, I guess, right?
Yeah, minus like construction noise 24/7. It was pretty brutal. But it's nice and peaceful now. I'm happy. I'm sharp. I'm closer to heaven. Thank you, Rob.
Oh, okay. So can you brief us briefly, if you will, about Musiconomy? I've been wondering what's going on because if anybody knows about the crypto news crypto network, cryptocurrency we've been talking about recently, if you know anything about it, then you heard about the Bitcoin hard fork, which meant that Bitcoin split into two, and you guys were waiting to take care of that, of the Musiconomy crowd sale till after everything's settled. So what's going on with that?
Yes, we're going to be announcing the new date over on the weekend. I think maybe Sunday or Monday. And yeah, it's pretty close. I don't want to say the date yet, but it's very close. Yeah, Joe, what? Can
you re-explain briefly what Musiconomy is? Like, we promoted Music Coin for a long time, but it's sort of a new version of that, if you will. Can you just tell us
Sure. Yeah, like Music Coin is, I mean, it's still operating. It's obviously Music Coin is a currency that's it's like a stable currency that's used for, music transactions online, and they're gonna partner with different projects and everything. But as a platform, it's kind of like a blockchain sandbox type of thing. So we branched off to build Musiconomy because we're building the entire global economy on the blockchain, everything included, licensing, ticketing system, podcasting, streaming. It's a long list that we've been putting together, but I mean, it's coming soon, dude. It's going to be exciting. Indie Music Plus is going to be a part of it. Also, like embedded players and blog and review partners, which we're going to be a part of that. And so we'll get into those details very soon, dude. I mean, I wish I can give dates right now, but we're not quite there yet.
Cool. So before we listen to the first tune of the night, just want to talk to some people. Calamari, what's up, dude? Sayla Scott from Automatic Eden, looks like she's here. Chris Castellan, I don't know if you're still here, but he's a local trumpet player. It's quite amazing in Rochester. Christina Baldwin and Mark Gallagher, Chrome City Records, who's actually the label of our featured artist, Abby Sevcik. Is that how you say it? Did I say it right?
It was a little sloppy, but it was close.
Well, you're a little sloppy. So she's sitting in the green room with us, just hanging out. We're going to be talking to her in just a little bit. But first, let's go ahead and listen to the first song of the evening. This is the Whitefeather Collective with their song Doorman on Indie Music Live, episode 84. Please share this out as we're listening.
Get out my way.
the Whitefeather Collective with Doorman. They were a submission on the website, which you can submit your music as well if you're an indie musician or a songwriter or whatever you want to call yourself. IndieMusicPlus.com. Go and submit your music for free. So I like this. This is like classic rock today.
That's it? That's all you got?
I don't know. Yeah, I guess for now.
All right.
Bobby Stamps is here.
Yeah, Bobby Stamps is here. I'm going to brighten up the mood here a bit. So I listen to this band. I mean, right away you hear it. It's like, Rolling Stones, The Doors, Beatles era type of sound. And it was so close. I thought it might have been like a cover or just like an old recording. So I looked them up, man.
Yeah.
Like it was that like dead on of that like era of sound. I looked them up, dude. This is a fresh band, man. This is the type of music they made. Like you break it down. I mean, the deep reverb on the vocals. Like this was like nearly flawless of a rendition of like, 60s rock sound. And even the guitars, they're probably playing like the Fender Twin Reverb, just the way they play, their melodies, the instrumentation, the way they put it together. And you look up the band, you read about them, and that's what they dig. Like I think one of the phrases like the forgotten songs of the 60s, like that's what they play. Yeah, that's kind of how they phrase it. I think that I've come across a few of these bands before. Like one in particular is a band called Hal. From Music Forte, and they sound almost exactly like the Beach Boys. And I thought that they were covering their songs, but it was like a fresh take on like a Beach Boys, surf rock sound, which these guys call themselves surf rock as well. But not to drag this on or anything, but I mean, Joe, we've had bands that we've said this. It's like, yeah, it's a retro sound, but it's just an influence, dude. This can like. You can just slot this right into the 60s and it would just like fit right in. I mean, that's unique. Yeah, dude, this is cool. Yeah. Yeah,
I agree. That's definitely stuck out. I mean, that I listen to all the submissions, every single one paid and free, to see if it fits on the show. And these guys definitely stuck out, as do all the songs that we end up actually playing on the show. There's something special about them, so yeah, these guys were, it's almost like they recorded it like that too, like you said, playing the same guitars and stuff. So yeah, good stuff. Thanks for submitting. Brian King, Bobby Stamps, Christina Baldwin, Juan, Andrea Glick, how's everybody doing? Share this video out to your friends. Let's get some more people in here to chat. Remember, when we're listening to songs, you can also put in the chat what you think, whether it's good or bad. Just don't say that it sucks. We don't like it when you just say that sucks. You have to give a reason why it sucks, at least. So anyway, Rob, it's time for some music news. Yeah, that means you, Dave. Dave, you didn't talk during the transition. That was great.
Yeah, it's kind of rare.
Okay, so first off, this is a brand new. I just wanted to announce a brand new service that we have on the website that I just came up with, that I just concocted over the weekend. If anybody doesn't know, we have quite a few Instagram followers, and we post to our Instagram, but we want to make it a little bit more available for our clients to be on our Instagram. So we started a new package. You can go check it out on the website on our store, indiemusicplus.com or indiemusicplus.equid.com. We have 3 different Instagram packages. We'll post one picture and promote it on Twitter and Facebook for only $5, and then we have a 2-week package and a 3-week package. So go ahead and check that out. I know you're really excited about that, Dave. So the next thing,
yeah, I'm glad I came up with it.
If you're a Sinead O'Connor fan, you may have been keeping up with her recently in the past couple of years. She's been dealing with some mental illness, and that's sort of like the new hot phrase of the year is mental illness. But when you think about how many people actually have some sort of mental illness, I think we're all guilty of that, or we're all have something wrong with us. But anyway, she's been really struggling lately, and she's had some people nervous about her committing suicide. Even before, I I guess you could say it was popular, like with Chris Cornell and the other dude. I'm not really saying it's popular, but so she's been dealing with some shit, and it's just hard for me to believe that people like this are actually by themselves, like alone in the world. You know what I mean? And if you watch the video, I watched most of it, and she's just saying that she doesn't have anybody that cares about her. It's like, how can that be? You know? So I don't know. How do you feel about Sinead O'Connor? Did you get to read about this story at all?
Reminds me of a moment I had at the grocery store about 10 years ago. It was the person who was bagging the groceries.
Was it Sinead O'Connor?
He was mentally challenged, and I was standing there. I was paying the bill, and he said, this is all he said to me. He said, "Are you retarded?" He just asked me that question. Are you retarded? And my response was, I think we all are a little.
Yeah.
So I think maybe there's 3 sane people in the United States. You know, I mean, like, it's not like you're either mentally ill or you're not. I mean, people have, you know, challenges all the time. You know, they have issues. They have, you know, emotional struggles and everything. What I don't like about this stuff is like former stars kind of being made a spectacle of like their tough moments in their life. Like it just bothers me, man. You know, it's like, because you take her and it's like, what? I haven't kind of heard any news about her in what, 10 years?
Well,
I don't know.
I hear about her lately is these.
I know. So what? Just bring her, plaster her all over the news because she's having some, you know, issues. I don't know. That just kind of bothers me.
I'm not getting down on her at all, because if you watch the video, she obviously is upset and has problems and stuff.
Yeah.
She needs help. But so Kelly Alzo Brooks says some trauma is deeper than most people think. No, I totally understand. Like I said, I'm not trying to get down on her or anything like that, but it's just so hard for me to believe that somebody like that wouldn't have somebody that would, you know, care for them or take care of them. So it's pretty sad. Another sad story that just happened actually recently, I think tonight or today, was if you're a country music fan, Glenn Campbell is dead at 81. So that's just a little bit of a. It happened actually, or 83, 81, 83. I'm not really sure.
83.
Was it 83? Yeah. Anyway, I put 81, but maybe I was wrong. 81, 83. Either way, he lived a full life. I don't know. Were you ever into Glenn? And yeah, were you ever into? Thanks, Rob. Were you ever into Glenn Campbell or any older country stuff like that?
That was part of my mom's collection when I was raised. Like, I don't know, maybe the first 10 years of my life. It was Barry Manilow, the Bee Gees, Glenn Campbell.
Yeah. Remember a Christmas album that we used to have on vinyl?
Sure, man. Beautiful voice. I mean, just a legend in the kind of country folk scene. Yeah, I mean, this stuff, it's always sad, you know, because you just kind of think of all the memories, and then you move on, you know, just like a whisper in the wind.
Cool. So anybody that lives over 80, I feel like they probably had a good life. So it's almost a celebration of life when they pass away than a sadness, as long as they weren't in pain or suffering or something like that. So some more people walk into the room. Kimberly Rivet. I don't know. Are these Abby's friends? It must be some of Abby's friends. I don't know. She's like,
she has several, so it could be a couple.
I heard. Anyway, Abby's coming up in a minute. First, we're going to actually premiere a brand new single and video. This video was just released by a recent and current client by the name of Mark Miles. You guys may have remember hearing his music. We played him on the show a couple times before. He's been around for a while. Be Easy just walked into the room. Be Easy is still around. He's living in Chicago.
Well, that guy's still alive?
He's still alive. Still kicking, I guess. I haven't heard from him in a while, but hey, what's up, Be Easy? Good to see you're still alive, dude. Anyway, so Mark Miles, this is his brand new song and video called On My Way to the Top. I love this guy. He's awesome. Share this out while we're listening and let us know what you think in the comments. Mark Miles, brand new song, On My Way to the Top. So Christina Baldwin says, I'm missing a big fat 808. Mark says, cool video. PJ River says, does he know his sync is off? I don't know. PJ, I don't know if you mean like the actual video sync. I think it could be part of the Facebook Live experience. It doesn't always like sync up right. But I don't know if you're talking about the music or that. But Vegas says, shake my head. Juan says, cool tune. I like it. I think it's cool. I didn't notice any off syncness necessarily. He's pretty laid back as far as how he raps. So it doesn't always feel like it's necessarily up on the beat. But I don't know. What do you think, Dave? You're the rapper in the house tonight.
Yeah, I'm pretty hardcore in my own right. I'm realizing like the colors are going to be changing in this room throughout the show because the sun is setting.
It's crazy.
We're gonna play with different stuff, but hopefully it's something the viewers can enjoy. Thank you very much. So watching this video, man, you know what I was thinking first was that I guess in terms of music, it's like there's demos, you know, there's like demo albums. You just kind of, you know, lay some tracks down and you send it to a label or something in the hopes that they see enough talent to further develop you. So that's what's happening with like videos right now. I mean, we're seeing a lot more of these like, you know, old school MTV style videos. But it's kind of like, it's like a demo video. Like he kind of produces video just to show people. It's like, hey, I want to do like a really cool video, you know, once I have a budget, but this is just a little taste of what I'm feeling in my creativity. And I think that's awesome. I just think it's so awesome that people are doing this stuff.
I think he's come a long way because he's been working with us for a while. And I don't know if he's done videos or not, but this is definitely the best one I've seen. So I'm in talks with him to see if he can come on the show next month sometime. So,
cool. Yeah. I mean, cool filters, cool. There's just a lot of cool stuff there. I mean, I was feeling his vibe and I was feeling a little Everlast. I was just kind of thinking like old school with his style of hip hop in this song. But I dug it, man. It's cool. You know,
Vegas says you're right. So,
well, I mean,
so since you're right, sorry, my tablet's going off. You probably can hear that. We have a featured artist in the house tonight. We used to do a featured artist every single week, but we stopped doing that because we want it to be a little bit more hard to get. And a little bit, you know, change up the show a little bit so it's not the exact same thing every time. But this week we have a featured artist, and it's been a couple of weeks since we had one. This is welcome to the show, Abby Sevcik.
Abby Sevcik. Excellent.
Abby Sevcik.
There it is, yeah.
So Abby is in DC. She went to Iowa, right? Are you originally from Iowa?
I am, yeah. Go Hawks.
Cool. So now you're in DC and you're signed with Chrome City Records, and we've been helping you promote one of your new singles, and decided it was time to make you a featured artist. So first, before I let you introduce yourself and your new video, I want to say that I can do almost all the moves that you did in the video, the dance. Almost.
Good. So. Just a little bit of practice, I'm sure.
So normally what I do is if you're walking down the street and somebody says, you know, oh, you're a musician, what's your music like? Can you just tell us briefly about what you're doing and then intro your video for Open Windows, Closed Doors?
Yeah, that is such a hard question to ask because I love so many genres and I love doing so many genres. So I've dabbled in a couple. Lately, I've just been saying singer-songwriter because I think that's pretty indicative of everything that I've been doing. Because I think the root of it is the ability to kind of craft songs that work best for, you know, your specific style. So, but yeah, I have a lot of jazz influences. I love singing jazz. I've done a couple of EDM stuff. And then I'm also in like an indie rock band. So cool. I hesitate to use the word pop just because that insinuates that my music's popular, but you can't say that about yourself. So, but I would say, you know, in the indie pop scene is kind of where I put my individual stuff. So.
All right, cool. So briefly, just tell us what we're going to see when it's Open Windows, Closed Doors. Are you in the video?
I am not. My sorority sister, Kathleen Fallon, is actually the choreographer.
Okay.
She found the two dancers who were incredible, Shannon Hartle and Brettlin Taylor. And so they do all the dancing because that is not my forte. I leave that to them. But they did a beautiful job. So the song itself just kind of lent itself to some storytelling. And I thought that would be best done from some outside perspective. So to have them kind of demonstrate their art using my song was just so special. And I think they got it. All three of them nailed it. And then having the videographer Talon Anderson, he's kind of like a little local celebrity back home in Iowa. So
Cool.
get him on the job. So it was nice incorporating some Iowa, fellow Iowa Hawkeyes, get some community involvement there, and it ended up being a really cool project.
Yeah, it's really, really cool. It's really stuck out to me. So we're going to listen to the song Open Windows, Closed Door, watch the video, and then we're going to come back and get deeper with Dave.
Oh, yeah.
place to call
So right now we're going to do the Deeper with Dave segment. Get ready, folks.
Deeper with Dave. Deeper with Dave.
Oh, yeah.
Sponsored by...
We're in deep.
Abby. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we're already in deep. So,
We're here. Yeah.
just, I don't know what to tell you. Let's just bust into it.
Yeah.
I got some quick rapid fire questions, almost like,
I'm ready.
inside the actor studio. I don't know. Let's just jump in.
Yeah.
University of Iowa or University of Illinois?
Iowa. No question.
Wrong answer. University of Illinois. That's where I went to
Come
school.
on. You
That's
know
where
I'm-
I went to school.
It was going to be.
Next question. So, Hootie and the Blowfish or the Beatles?
Oh. Ooh, I'm going to get a lot of flack for this, but Hootie.
Ooh.
Wrong answer. The
Brian
correct
Watson.
answer is pass because you worked with Mark Bryan. There is no correct answer there. There's nothing you could say there.
Okay.
You're like you're stuck in the middle. There's nothing you can do. All right, where do we go next here? I'm curious about something, Abby.
Okay.
So you graduate, you start working at the Carnegie Institution for Science.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you sign with a label and then you're a musician and you're going to start a music career. Like, can you explain that, please?
Yeah. The music career has been a pretty consistent thing. I've tried to find a way to just, have that be my passion no matter what I was doing. So whether it was being a student or getting a grown-up job, trying to adult. But I do have a day job that is at Carnegie Institution for Science, and I do event planning there. So it's kind of nice because we get a lot of weddings there, and I do kind of throw in the, hey, if you need a wedding singer, let me know. But so yeah, I mean, it's
Cross-pollination. All
yeah,
right.
there you go. Maybe a conflict of interest, but who cares? But as musicians, there's not a whole lot of money when you're starting off. So it's nice to have a day job that's kind of flexible and kind of allows you to have something to finance your dream. So, but I've kept up with the music thing for as long as I can remember, really. And then when I moved out to DC a year ago, I got in touch with Mark from Chrome City Records, and I've been signed with them for about a year now. And I was honestly pretty skeptical going in with the whole, record label thing. You hear some stuff going into the industry. I lived in Nashville for a while, and you hear some horror stories about Nashville labels.
Been there, done that.
Oh yeah, you guys know. But Mark was just so reassuring, and he was more about enabling other artists to pursue their dreams than he was about like owning them, so he's just been nothing but supportive, and so it doesn't feel like I'm signed in the sense that I'm like locked down in any way. I just feel like I'm kind of a part of a cool community that's been encouraging me and kind of helping me.
There's kind of a rule of thumb. I mean, don't sign a record deal with a guy who has a comb over and a cheap suit.
Yeah, there was a few of those. But
Yeah, I mean they kind of lurk.
So check.
No, they lurk in the shadows in Nashville for sure. They just like jump out of an alley with a contract in hand and a pen. Like I can make you famous. Here's $100.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, so is this your how many albums have you created?
So my first real, album that had like multiple songs on it was a couple years ago, and it was an EP called For Keeps. We recorded that in Nashville. My good friend Dylan Burns actually helped me put that one together. It started off as he was an audio engineer technician major, and it was just kind of his class project. And then
Dylan Burns. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Never heard of him.
Yeah. I was gonna say he's up and coming for sure. So we just kind of worked on it more and more, and he's like, "Do you mind if we put this on iTunes?" So we went for it, and it was pretty well received. So that kind of opened the door to a couple different opportunities after that. And then just since then, it's been a few singles that have come out. So we're working on a full-length album right now. So hopefully we'll have that done by early next year. But we do have a single coming out at the end of next month. So
all right. Is this going to challenge you? So hopefully you're ready for it. Talk about your musical life from age 7 to 17. Thank you very much.
Oh my goodness, 7 to 17 feels like so long ago. Well, 7 is a good place to start. I started writing around that time, and it was mostly just Destiny Child rip-off songs, nothing.
Right.
There was one that was basically Survivor, but it's called On a Mission. Not my best work.
That's awesome.
But yeah, so I basically started making my mom suspicious when I would come down to our little toy piano and start plunking out stuff that I'd heard on the radio. And Bye 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 by NSYNC was definitely my jam.
Sure.
So she's like, maybe we need to get this girl into piano lessons. So I started that around age 7, was writing, random stuff as soon as I knew enough to do that, playing by ear. So then it just was like a series of random shows and, performing at like little coffee shops. And then I guess to kind of leave off from the very specific timeline you allowed me, 17 is when I decided to move out to Nashville to start college, but also to kind of launch my music career out there too.
So what happened out there? Why'd you leave?
I mean, I loved it. I was going to a school that wasn't necessarily the right fit for me. So I loved the city though. So even after I left the school, I went back and tried to make it work. And I met some amazing people while I was there. So absolutely no regrets. I just think for the certain genre that I was trying to do, it wasn't necessarily the perfect city for me. I would move back in a heartbeat if that were to, there were more opportunities for what I was trying to do.
Okay, so it sounds like your parents supported your artistic
they did.
Excursions, which is great.
Yeah, no, I was totally expecting them to be like, no, go to college and get a traditional degree, but they were so gung-ho about follow where your passion's going to take you. We'll support you.
Yeah, we've had some artists on the show where it's like they had none. Like everyone around them, they were just like, what are you doing? This is a pipe dream, just get back to work. You're wasting time. Yeah. I mean, that's stuff I like to touch on here and there just because that's hard to break through that stuff. If that's just like the greatest passion in your life, and everyone around you is like, no.
Yeah. And being your only cheerleader. Yeah. I mean, I know some people who've struggled with that too, and then just trying to justify what they want to do to so many people. It can be tough, for sure.
All right, so present day. I was a little discombobulated watching this video with the pretty girls dancing around and everything. I mean, it was hard.
They are pretty.
I was sweating. I was doing this. And, but
see, Dave left his apartment last week to move.
I had to move. I had to move around. But this, Abby, this is a beautiful song. I mean, you have a very beautiful voice. The production on this and the engineering was spectacular.
Yeah.
I mean, I
had some amazing people working on this song.
Yeah, give them a shout out. Who is it?
Yeah, Blue Room Productions. Thank you so much. My friend Dylan again worked on this one with me.
Dylan.
Yeah, Dylan. We know who that is now. Kai, his name's Justin Abahai, but Kai, he's an up-and-coming producer. He's got some amazing stuff out. So not only is he kind of making his own name for himself right now as a singer, but he's also been doing a lot of producing. So to be able to have his name on that too. And then
I mean, it's hard to create like a really moving mood when you're listening to music. I mean, it really takes a lot of concentration, from the engineering standpoint.
Absolutely.
Because, especially you're coming in, you're singing, you're kind of explaining the vibe you want to create, but to really move somebody when they're listening, that's pretty rare. And I've definitely felt it in this song. So good job to you and your whole team on this.
Yeah, they're awesome.
But yeah, so where can people find you? I guess on social media. Let's start with that.
Yeah, so I'm on Instagram, Facebook, all that. Facebook is typically where I, keep all the show updates and everything. So that's a good place to check out. Chrome City Records, my record label, they do a really good job at keeping people posted on what I'm up to. So yeah, there's a couple shows that I have coming up. I'm performing with my band Mystery Friends at Rock and Roll Hotel DC, which is just a quick jaunt from 930 Club, which I know you guys are familiar with. So
absolutely, yeah.
We've got our eyes on the prize.
Yeah, so Abby, we've been doing this almost, about 2 years now, and it's like one of the greatest joys is when we kind of touch base with so many artists that, you know, it's almost like a documentary. This show is almost like a documentary. It's like we're following the path of so many artists' careers. We would love to have you back and, you know, and check in on your career, maybe 6 months or so, just see where you're at, new music and everything. But thanks so much for coming by.
It's been so fun. Thank you so much for having me on.
Absolutely. All righty. So we're going to move on to the full frontal. Are we full frontal? Well, full frontal. Okay. Mikhal.
She's been in the audience before in their
Really?
shows. And this song was submitted actually a while ago. Where a lot of the songs that we're going to be playing over the next couple of months have already been submitted, you know, weeks, months back, trying to give everybody a chance, but still not fill up the show. But I've been waiting for this one. The only thing that I guess didn't have a problem with, but sort of was just like, whoa, was that part at the end of this sample when it just
The chorus.
just goes crazy.
Yeah.
Where the hell did that come from?
Yeah,
that was really artistic.
Yeah. I was definitely going to bring that up for sure. I mean, the first minute and a half, I think, you know, I'm going to Joni Mitchell, Carole King, you know, 60s, 70s folk rock chicks. Really had that vibe as a, you know, yet another retro type of feel to it. And it was nice. It was very nice. It was very pleasant. Nice song. And all of a sudden, boom, it's like chaos. Like this chorus is just like knocks you on your ass. And at first, my first impression was like, whoa, what's going on? Like, I'm not sure. Does this work? Like, I'm not sure.
Sure.
I'm still there, Joe.
Yeah,
like,
me too.
Like 2 hours later, I'm still there. I'm not sure if that works.
On my re-listen before the show, my review, because like I said, I did this a couple weeks ago. I listened to everything again and kind of like, okay, that's what I was thinking about this song. And I remember at the end when I was doing the MP3 for the song, like for the actual show, I remember watching the WAV file and it was just like I had to like compress it.
Yeah, it's like fucking
yeah. But otherwise, the song is awesome. I mean, I love.
No, I mean, I respect experimentation, artistic impression with everything, and I don't know if I can kind of judge this like after only a few hours. I might have to sit on this for like a week to determine if it like is that a cool thing or is that just too much of a distraction from like the sound that you were expecting. But it definitely raises the question, so that they kind of achieve that part of it.
And Juan says the change came unexpectedly. Kimberly says more throwback music. There's a lot of comments before for when you're talking to Abby too. You should really consider opening up your comments so you can.
I'll open Facebook one of these days. I don't know.
Anyway, so let's keep things moving. We have a few more songs to listen to. Like I said, we have a jam-packed night tonight. So we have 2 more songs to listen to. Next up is the song Fireman by Jake Aldridge on Indie Music Live. Please share this out and let us know what you think in the comments.
And it was just like a fireman out on call. 'Cause in a rush, you ran right out and yes, you were too good for me. I guess I was just punching above my weight. My heart can't take that you left me here with nothing. Something's got me thinking lately maybe I deserve this suffering. If this was the hand that I was dealt, those cards need reshuffling. I'm wondering why my stomach is rumbling like it's thundering. I'll blame you for my mistakes because I find that comforting. I'm struggling, laying on my own but no, we should be cuddling. Used to laugh at my mistakes, bet you are still chuckling. But can we turn back time, 'cause my heart it really needs unbreaking. I don't know where we start but I can't just keep on levitating. It's up in the air I swear but the jury ain't deliberating. The ball's in your court but I fall short of the perfect man you're chasing. You took one piece of my heart and you ran right out the door. Like a fireman out on call. You ran right out and you took me so high. Dropped me when you ran right out the door. Like a fireman out on call. You ran right out and like a fireman out on call. You ran right out and though I never saw you leave, I guess I saw it coming. coming. Your threatening was deafening, but I thought you were just bluffing. Now I run with a meal for one, no appetite to tuck in. I've been hoping you would open the door that you were just shutting, and there's nothing that could dig me out the hole that I'm in. Running round in circles, jumping hurdles, but the pain ain't numbing. Humming the same old song I'm strumming. You were simply stunning, gunning for the best and nothing less. I guess that makes me cunning. Now our separation is like one big test of patience. Angry, upset combinations, addressing obligations. Used to love
Indie Music Live, episode 84. Christina, yes, we tag all of the artists in the Facebook posts, and 95% of the artists are on Facebook, and I make sure to tag them. So yeah, they do know they're being played. I do schedule the shows way in advance, so I don't know if they forget about it, but we do get a lot of musicians that we actually play in the comments after the show is live, and also like before the show is live. So it's the time of night. We play music from all over the world, so some of the people are actually on the other side of the world. You know, I don't know. Musicians are flaky people. I don't know.
So what do you think of this tune, man?
I like this. There's a video too, which I intended on playing. Oh yeah, and when Christina, when people submit their music to the site, we actually have terms of service page that says that every submission is every service that you purchase or whatever is a submission to be on the show. So everybody knows they're on the show. Dave, I like the song. I think this guy, we were saying, we're not sure if what country he's from, but we're thinking England. I don't remember. I'd have to look it up, but you can look it up too. There's a really cool video to the song, I think, if I remember right. And I'm getting tired. Anyway, what'd you think, Dave?
Yeah, I'm thinking like streets of London. You were thinking maybe like a touch of French, but I didn't hear French in there. I think it was cool. I think it was a little young in the sense that it was a simple chord progression, and he was kind of rapping like to the beat of the drums, like he was just like staying in the pocket the entire song. And that, I don't know, that being, I guess, too simple in this type of music, I think it gets a touch boring at times. You know, I would have liked to hear him kind of branch off and just do some offbeats, you know, maybe not like stay in the box so much on the song. Like the female vocals, the choruses were nice. You know, it was pleasant. It was cool. It was, lyrics were good. I mean, he was tight and everything, but yeah, I just, as a listener, I look for a little more, just something a little more exciting, something a little more different, I guess.
Yeah, it was a good tune. It was a good tune, but yeah, I agree. There were some things that could be better, I suppose.
It was solid. I think it was just too much in the pocket. You know, it's like everything was in the pocket.
One of the things for me is I was missing a little bit on the actual beat itself. It just seemed a little generic in a sense.
Yeah, touch, yeah.
So anyway, what's up, Lincoln? What's up, Doug? Juan agrees with whatever we were saying when he agreed with us.
I love his next album, though, Joe.
Yeah, exactly. Lincoln Plowman, we haven't seen him in a while. He says, hola. All right, so let's wrap this show up tonight. We have one more tune. This tune, I got to tell you, I really, really like ahead of time, especially after re-listening to it before the show. So this is Josh Mosier. I suck at pronouncing last names. With this song, My Love. Share this video out and let us know what you think in the comments.
You keep calling out my name. You're fooling with my brain. Yeah, I gave up like my whole damn day, just to prove that I wasn't insane. Calling me stupid for feeling emotion. Try not to lose my real devotion. We were making waves like the goddamn ocean. We would kick it back like doing that dope shit. I was sending you my love. 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 Look into the stars above. Baby, filling up my cup. This we got to show 'em what's up. Never meant to stoop that low. You're about to feel the regret of decisions you made. Deep in your mind there were dues you could never repay. Baby, if you feel dark, then you gotta scream it loud. You know I would come back to you. You know I would come back to you. And I swear I would love you like never before. Rich or your poor, I was sending you my love. I was sending you my love. I was sending you my love. I was sending you my love.
Indie Music Live. I'm JoeJoeKeys here with David. What did I call you earlier?
David Werba. Yeah.
Oh, what did
Nice
I
to
call
be
you
here.
earlier? Called you something really awesome and funny.
The caveman fog machine.
Yeah, that's right. All right, so that's Josh. How would you say his last name?
Mosier.
Mosier. That's okay. That's what I was thinking. Mosier with My Love, Indie Music Live, being produced by the lovely Robert Hix of Hixvideo, by the way. So this is probably one of my favorite tunes that I've put on the show in quite a while. It reminds me of, if anybody remembers the featured artist Jack Littman, we were just talking about, it kind of reminds us of him. But
Jack
he reminded us of
Littman.
somebody else, that was, that we heard of before. But I just love this dirty, gritty, rootsy R&B style. That's, I don't know, it's just sort of almost an alternative sound. I just love this song. It's great stuff.
It's soul, man, Joe.
Yeah.
It's like, this is 60s soul. So
Yeah.
again, just like the Whitefeather Collective, this is reproducing that like 60s soul R&B sound. And it, man, nearly flawless. I mean, it just, again, like kudos to the engineers, just with the reverb to reproduce that type of sound. I mean, his, Jesus, man, I was digging this big time.
Yeah.
I was feeling it. Cool voice.
Wait a minute. Were you digging it or were you feeling it?
Both, man. I was feelingly digging it. Yeah, but it was like, I mean, even his falsetto is like way better than Justin Timberlake's. I mean, I'll tell you that right now. Yeah, and it's just like when you listen, I mean, you feel yourself in that like jazz club in the 60s, smoky room, nice sound, drinking a glass of wine or a scotch, and it just brings you there, man. And that's again, man, that there's like a couple rare tunes tonight that just really, like, you really feel the mood. It really like brings you in, and I don't always feel that with the songs that are submitted. So I mean,
definitely good choice of music tonight, and the show keeps getting fuller and fuller. I actually have all the music scheduled. I can add to it, but I have a good core of songs scheduled all the way through episode 101 at this point.
Is that January?
No, it's actually right at the end of November.
Oh, no, November. Okay. So we're booked through to December right now.
Yeah, I'm booking featured artists still. I'm booking special guests still. If you want to be on the show, get in touch with me if you have a reason that you want to be on the show. If you have a video or song or whatever, we might have you on if it's worth, if it's cool. Paul Major just walked in. Christina Baldwin, thanks for hanging out and commenting all night. Lincoln Plowman, good to see you. Juan, thanks for hanging out as always. We're going to be playing some of Juan's music in his band. They're out of Puerto Rico. I'm not sure what episode. He'll probably be able to tell you. But it's coming up soon. Good music. Jimmy Youngman was here for a minute. So, Dave, any final words for this evening?
Man, this was a fun night. I mean, this was an eclectic mix of music. I mean, usually because we get so much hip hop and rap, it seems like it's half of our playlist most of the time. But this was different, and this was awesome tonight. So it was a good time.
Yeah, it was a good show. So again, thank you to Robert Hix and Hixvideo for producing this. If you're looking for a live stream, major production on Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, anywhere like that, he's your man. Go to Hixvideo on Facebook. Check out our website, indiemusicplus.com. Don't forget, we opened up our Instagram channel to musicians like yourself. We're going on 20,000 followers on Instagram, so we want to help promote you on our Instagram channel, and then we also promote that post other places as well. You can go to our store, indiemusicplus.echo.com, and check it out. I'm JoeJoeKeys as usual. I think I got to poop, so we're going to go. Rob, thanks a lot. Everybody, thanks for hanging out. See you next week. I think we got Calamari still on the outro song, right?
Cool.
Calamari taking us out on Indie Music Live. See you next week at 10 o'clock Eastern Time.